Hey everyone, my name is Shayna, and I'm a mom of two. I'm a massage therapist, and I desperately want to create my own YouTube channel to share what I've learned over the years. I want to talk health and fitness and postpartum. I want to go through it all, but I want to talk like you're my friend. I'm sitting here in my playroom right now. There is so much that is automated in today's day and age. So much is fake. There are 7-second videos, faceless videos, things catching our attention all the time. I wanted a real talk that I can relate to other women with, that they can relate to me, that they can come to my video and find comfort and knowledge and information and relatability. And I just want them to be encouraged. So my wish for this YouTube channel is to, if I help one person or just reach another person in the time that they need it, then I'm where I'm supposed to be. So my personal story is a little bit crazy. So like I said, I'm a mom of two right now. Grew up in Pennsylvania, small town, rural Pennsylvania, blue collar working city. I was an athlete my whole life. I was in the lead in the school play. I was very good at art. I was very much the firstborn perfectionist type of student. I got all good grades. My hopes was to play basketball in college, which I did. I had a very good childhood and a very good upbringing. Although I will say I suffered a little bit of trauma in my own family. So flash forward, finished my master's degree, and I end up going to California, going cross country. I was in Pennsylvania, born in, raised in Pennsylvania. After my master's, I cross countryed it to San Francisco and had a rude awakening of my life. I had never ridden a public bus before. I had never seen a homeless person in my life. Any type of city environment didn't know how to navigate it. I don't even think I had certain things like avocado toast before. I grew up in very small town Pennsylvania that you would think that I had a lot of fresh farm foods, all the things, but I did not grow up that way, unfortunately. Huggies and Ho-Hos and, Sunny D was my regular diet. So I ended up going to California, and my dream was to be a personal trainer, and I ended up getting a personal training job almost immediately while I was there. I take that back. I did train somewhere for a little bit before I got my really good personal training job at Crunch Fitness in San Francisco with some very elite trainers. I was there for a little bit, and then I actually, maybe like a year after I was there, I got into the San Francisco Police Department, which was something that I never would have envisioned my life would include. So I was encouraged by a friend of mine to apply to the department because she was in the department and just said, hey, we need some strong women. You're a strong woman. You would be amazing at this. You should totally just apply. And so I applied, and I got in very quickly, which is usually not how it happens. And I got in like 6 months. I'll say that. I got in 6 months. It was really fast. I got in the academy. I got in the San Francisco Police Academy. I did it. I graduated, and I ended up working in San Francisco and in the city, in the thick of it, for 4 years. I finished my probation and then started being a city cop. I was working midnights. I was working swing shift in the busiest district in the city. I was in the Mission District. I was also in Central District for a while, which I really liked. That's up, if you know San Francisco, it's up at the north end, at the touristy end, the Marina District. But my main years I spent were in the Mission, in the thick of it, just being a city cop. And I will do a whole nother video on being a cop and what it's taught me, but it is something that has shifted my view on the world very heavily in both good and bad ways. Towards the end of my career in the police department, I actually met my husband currently. We met on Bumble because he was working midnights and I was working midnights, and it never would have happened if we didn't meet online. So I met him. We ended up getting married in 2018, and we move around a lot because he's in the military. Once I got out of the police department, I ended up going back to personal training because it was my first love. It's what I knew. It's what I dreamt of doing when I was a kid. You know how when they say, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I always wrote down I want to be a personal trainer. I had some other jobs, other fitness jobs after I got out of the police department. I was actually a health fitness specialist at Dolby in San Francisco for a while, which I absolutely loved. And then after Dolby, I actually got a personal training job at Google in San Francisco. So I went from a super big San Francisco city cop to working at Dolby and working at Google in the tech space with a completely different demographic, but it was wonderful. And it's my love. My first love is health and fitness. And I met so many amazing people. And then COVID hit after I had been there for a while. COVID hit and shut down everything. So the personal training department just immediately stopped. You know the thing. People weren't coming in. So I had no idea what would happen to the livelihood of personal training. Everybody was going online, and I'm very much an in-person type of trainer. I could do it online, but I just didn't. I loved the in-person, that connection. And so when that happened, we actually ended up having to PCS at the same time. So from California, we PCSed all the way to the East Coast, and I still wasn't training at the time. But it just so happened that one of the really good massage schools in the area that we were living in was still running and still open. And so I always wanted to be a massage therapist. So I ended up going to this massage school, and we're butt-ass naked every day giving each other massages, and we all had masks on. It was just so silly, but wonderful at the same time, because we had this interaction in a period of all of our lives that I otherwise wouldn't have had. I would have been very secluded. And so I just look back on that time, and it was crazy, but so much fun. And I'm so glad I did it. I always wanted to do it. So currently right now, I am a massage therapist. And because of my 2 little kids, my very little toddlers, I'm not at a spa. I just take personal clients, but I love it. I don't personal train anymore. But it's so easy to have my husband or have a sitter watch the kids, and then I can just go do massages. Gosh, my life has taken so many different routes, but from a police officer to a personal trainer to a massage therapist and mom, I am a testament to anything can happen, and you just gotta let it ride. But that is my personal story, and I hope you guys stick around for more so we can create a little bit of a community here online and in these formats than the click and scroll. So I hope to see you next time.